Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. I'm so glad you're here. Honk honk, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hopefully it's Sunday because sometimes when I say that, I end up bumping it. So if it's Monday, happy Monday, whatever day it is, happy that day to you. Guys, welcome. I have such a good show for you today. And by the way, today I'm Jen Jobs. Why am I Jen Jobs? Because I'm in a black turtleneck. Steve Jobs, Jen Jobs, you get the joke. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for being here. I have kind of a different look going today. I decided to do a ponytail because why not? Try something different. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you're new here, honk honk and hello. I'm Jen. Thanks for being here. If you've been with me a long time, thank you for that too. You mean the whole wide world to me. All right, let's talk. So today I haven't done a Daily Mail article in a while because Daily Mail kind of skews toward them lately, and I'm not into that, obviously. But I found a pretty good one that is not helping Meghan at all. So I thought we could take a look and talk about it. You can give me your thoughts. I'll give you my thoughts. We'll take a look at all of it. So let me know your thoughts. It's on pictures of Meghan's. It's prompted by the video that I posted. Again, I don't know what day this is going up, but probably yesterday, probably Saturday, where I talk about how unrealistic that garden haul she did was. Hello, none of the fruit or vegetables were dirty. None of the vegetables, I think it was, were dirty. It was just all too perfect. So Daily Mail is calling her out as well, saying, yeah, it seems a little curated. So I thought we could take a look at some of the photos. Now I'm going to remind you, I have a lot of videos on this kind of thing where I show inconsistencies, if you will, from their words and their actions and everything in between. If you don't know where to start, look for any of the So Much Cringe videos. A lot of times I'll hit that. I'll go into hypocrisy of the two of them and everything in between. So check those out if you haven't already. Guys, I'm really trying to grow this channel to 200,000. It's because of you. I've gotten so close to doing that. All it takes from you is hitting the thumbs up, making sure you're subscribed, putting those comments in, because that's what helps YouTube recommend my videos, and you are helping so much. And I sincerely and humbly appreciate each and every one of you. I truly do. All right. Last thing I want to mention is I do have that second channel, Goose Adventures. What's that about? Well, go check it out. If you type in Goose Adventures, you'll find this pink goose right here. I have some older travel videos up, but right now it's more about my weight loss journey. That's right. I'm down between 130 and 140 pounds. I'm talking about how I did it, what I did, what movements I did, what I ate, and everything in between. So you can find those videos over there at Goose Adventures. Come flock with us over there. All right, now let's get into today's stuff. I have so much to talk about with you guys. All right, so I'm not going to read this whole article, but there's a couple of parts I want to draw your attention to. So I thought we could take a look at some photos. All right, so it says Meghan's suspiciously perfect life. After her baffling gardening haul of homegrown vegetables, all that one social media claims that seem just too good to be true. They don't go into all of them. There's more. We'll talk about it. Okay, let's take a look at some of the examples that they give. But they say Meghan will often share wholesome, debatable, content with her Instagram followers, delighting in garden hauls of fruit, vegetables, sweet clips of writing in the sand. Would anybody call that a sweet clip? You and I get sick of the word sweet. And the reason I say that is because they always say, Meghan did this in a sweet nod. It was a sweet nod to Archie. It was a sweet nod to Diana. They'll even say in a sweet nod to Catherine. She's never done anything sweet to Princess Catherine in her whole life. So BS. But it's just always a sweet nod. Does anybody else get like sickly sweet over that or disgusted by that? Yep. Okay, me too. But we're going to talk about some of these photos. It just says on some occasions, not all has been as it seems. Dun, dun, dun. Eagle-eyed fans, that's us. Goose-eyed fans are the first. Well, fans. No, let's try that again. Goose-eyed observers, not fans. Often the first to notice when that one has seemingly made an awkward blunder. That's a very nice way of putting it. I wouldn't call them awkward blunders. I actually wonder, because some of them are so weird, if she doesn't do it on purpose to get people talking about her, but I think that gives her too much credit. I think she puts little to no effort or thought into the things that she does. She just does things. and then doesn't think about it and thinks we're all too stupid to notice. That's kind of the camp where I lean. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. All right. Let's see here. More recently, the mother of two, 43, decide that for yourself, posted an image of the beagle Mia sniffing a basket of fresh produce apparently grown in the garden. Okay. Oh, I went through this in whatever day's video, yesterday probably's video. I don't believe it. It's too perfect. They're too perfect. They're not dirty. We've been through it. You know why. I think it's BS. All right. Referring to her beloved pet, Meghan rescued. Okay. I don't care about any of that. Let's see. Mia buried her face in the hall, comprising of broccoli, carrots, corn, red peppers, squash, as well as spring onions and assortment of fresh herbs. But eagle-eyed social media users immediately claimed there was something, not just something, lots of things suspicious about let's see, I just lost my place. About her fruit and veg, including a lack of any mud on them. They're all perfectly placed and cut, including it's a weird time of year. I don't pretend to be a gardener, so I don't know about this stuff, but other people smarter than me have pointed out it doesn't make any sense. One follower wrote, she's so good at gardening, she can grow all things from all seasons all at once. That's the kind of crap she doesn't think about. She doesn't think about it. And I just wonder, like, who's in her circle? I wouldn't think about that because I don't grow stuff, but I'm not pretending to grow stuff. Have you ever heard me say, oh, I was out gardening. I was out planting these vegetables or those fruits or whatever? No, never have you heard me say it. And you probably never will hear me say that unless I hit my head. So why not, if you're pretending to be into gardening, or even if you're passively into gardening, whatever, why not have somebody on your team that's actually proficient at it? So that way you don't make these kind of blunders. So they can say things to you like, hey, Maggie, this doesn't grow like this. This wouldn't be cut right now. They're not harvested yet. And where's all the dirt? Stuff like that. Why does this look like a farmer's market haul and not out of your garden? One might ask or wonder. Taking note of the squeaky clean vegetables, another critic noted there wasn't even a speck of dirt on any of the food, despite appearing to be freshly picked. I've never seen vegetables so clean after harvesting. You know what bugged me? There's so many things that bugged me. I think I have the picture still. Bear with. Hold on. I'm pulling it because I don't know if it's in this document or not, but I had it for yesterday's video. Yes, it's right here. Okay, here we go. It baffles me. Hold on, it's processing. Sorry, I'm stalling. Okay, here you go. Here's what baffles me. Again, not a gardener. And I always say, your kitchen, your rules. I personally, even if it's going to be washed, I would not put a basket of food on the floor and let my dog put its face in it. I think that's gross. Your kitchen, your rules. I've always said that because she's done things with dogs before. And some people say, I let my dog do that. Fine. Great. You do you. I would not do this. This grosses me out to know it. It really does. I don't actually have a pet. So I still wouldn't do this. I would not put the food on the floor. Even if it's to be washed, I'm not putting it on the floor. That's gross. Is anybody else grossed out by this? I'm not into it. You can let me know if you think I'm wrong. It's fine. But I wouldn't let the dog bear its face in it either. That kind of grosses me out. Like, I get it. You can wash them, but dog saliva, gross. Love dogs. Big fan. Don't want its face in my food. All right. Let's see here. Squeaky clean, speck of dirt. Yep. Never seen vegetables so clean after harvesting. Okay, let's keep going. Others noted that in California, May could be too early in the year to harvest several crops. Some even speculated that Meghan could have gone to a local supermarket or farmer's market instead. Now, I can't prove this, and I have to say a big fat allegedly, but that was my complaint during the with Love Meghan stuff too, is it felt way too precious. It felt way too farmer's market, that sort of thing, which I could almost, I'm not standing up for Meghan, but I could almost make a case and say, okay, I'm not being obtuse here. I understand that for TV production, there are tricks that you do, including going to a farmer's market to make it look nice. Fine. That's not what this is. This is an Instagram post where she's pretending to have harvested these things and just set it down for her dog to lick or whatever. Do we remember what dogs lick? Because I remember what dogs lick, and then you're going to let it lick your vegetables. Gross. Okay. Anyway, see, that grossed me out so much I lost my train of thought there. I don't know. That was my speculation during the show. But again, I might be able to forgive that. This is just something different. This is just look at me for the sake of looking at me. And everything is perfectly clean. She's also the only person outside the US corn belt to harvest corn in May. Yeah, I don't know much about that stuff, but interesting. I don't know. According to the California Farmland Trust, sweet corn is typically harvested from June to September, meaning it might slightly be too early for Meghan to have grown at her own Montecito home. Interesting. Almost like she made it up. All right, let's talk this disaster because this is one of my favorites. Do you remember? I know you remember this. Do you remember this? This is what she kicked us off with in the new year. She did this is me running in the sand, by the way. What? That's how I run. I am Baywatch. Woo! Okay. She ran through the sand, hair flowing, barefoot because always. And then drew this in the sand. Okay, sure. Okay. Except for, small detail. Like, I don't know, footprints. They're in places where she wasn't walking and they appear to have shoes on. Again, production. And hey, look to her left side. What's that? Could that be another take? Another 2025? It's just all BS. And it's not even that it's a shock. It's just what she does. It's just what she does. I feel like everything is this. It's just all, look at me, no substance. I mean, it's like the brand she starts. There's no substance. There's no depth. It's vacuous. There's just, I don't know how else to say it. Anybody watch Friends? Me? Okay. Think about the early season. Monica and the diner and the empty vase. That's all I can think of. The empty vase. This is the empty vase. Okay. Let's continue on. The empty vase. Easter ducklings. Who could forget that? Remember at Easter? She just happened to see this. Oh! Should we all do this face? Ready? 3, 2, 1. This is me doing the Meghan. Oh, don't say that again, Jen. Yeah, she just happened upon some ducklings, but I have a question. Why is she hiding in the bushes? Why is she barefoot again? Why is she in a white dress hiding in the bushes? What's happening? Why would she be in that position with the photographer over here? Was she sorry, forgive me. Was she taking a leak in the bushes and then they came waddling out and then the photographer happened to get it? I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. And then this Baywatch. Okay. Yeah. No, there's just so much going on here. So she just happens to chase this mother duck and her ducklings, and I don't know. I it's making me dumber covering this stuff. That's why I'm like, I don't even know what to say. This is like Sasquatch popping out of the woods. I don't know what to say. She's chasing a duck and her babies. But again, it's not like seeing a baby cheetah. It's a duck. And believe me, I'm an animal lover. Despite what I said a few minutes ago about the dog, I am an animal lover. And you better believe if I saw a duck and some baby ducklings, I'm probably taking the picture. I'm probably recording it. Am I posting it on social media? Maybe. But if I do, I'm behind the camera, okay? I'm not out in the woods barefoot hoping that someone happens to catch me with this duck and her ducklings. I'm calling BS on this. I'm not trying to be tinfoil hat conspiracy theory, but I'm just saying, like, It's a driveway, right? Or some sort of, it looks like a driveway to me, or a road, but probably a driveway. Where are they coming from or going to? Is there a pond nearby? Because I almost wonder, somebody more skeptical than me might wonder, were they brought in to get Meghan's photo up? Probably that. All right. Another one says, I can't believe her. It's a scam. The ducks were brought in to record Meghan Markle's ad. Yeah, I think so too. A fourth commented, a normal person would post a video of a mother duck and her beautiful ducklings. Meghan, yes, that's it. That's my point too. I promise I didn't read this in advance. I thought the same thing. I can't begrudge somebody of taking picture or video or whatever of a duck and her ducklings. It's cute. It would not be my instinct to go jump in the photo with the duck and the ducklings. I think that's very odd. I mean, of course, it's Meghan, but still, look at me. Yeah, they're putting out that she has to have someone film her. So she, not the ducks, are the star of the video in full costume and makeup. That's what I think too. Why am I whispering? Because sometimes I do that. Hey, you, I'm talking to you. Sometimes I like to talk directly to you and I want to say things like this. So I'm like, come on. We know it's BS, right? You get it. I get it. Okay, we get it. Okay, we got it. Okay, good. I just noticed this program is being weird. Let me fix one thing. And I've decided I'm not going to edit. So you get to see me fix it. Here we go. There is a feature. Where did the feature go? Where are you at? Hold on. There's a feature that is all of a sudden missing. Sorry if this is shaking. There it is. Got it. Okay. There's a blue. I always put those blue waves in, and for some reason it disappears for no reason. Okay, let's continue on. Hi, ADD. How you doing? Good. How are you? Okay. St. Patrick's Day waffles. I'm just laughing. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, St. Patrick's Day, Meghan put out these waffles. I've talked about this at length. I cannot with the waffles anymore, but you get the idea. She put out green waffles. What's weird about this? Well, this is what's weird about this. Do I have the picture? Yeah, that's the waffle maker she was using. I don't pretend to be an expert. This appears to be a different setup than the waffle she showed. The waffle has a little bit different pattern. The waffle seems not as deep as this one would make. This one almost matches more that, I think, if I remember correctly. But even the shape of these doesn't make sense. I don't know. I can't think anymore about these waffles. Has anybody heard that meme? I want waffles. It's like a Twitter thing, right? Or no, not Twitter. Is what's that? It was I'm not on any social media anymore. What is that? TikTok thing, right? It'd be like somebody talking to a cute dog and the dog would be distracted and you'd be like, go get the ball. And then it'd show this cute German Shepherd who's just kind of looking like this. And they do a voiceover saying, I want waffles. That's playing on a loop in my head. I want waffles. I can't talk about these waffles anymore. Let's keep going. All right. There's that. Meghan's first date outfit. Huh. I've talked about this at length. I've talked about how their first date stories never make any sense. I've talked about how many different stories of who set them up have been told. None of it makes any sense, but they're focusing on the first date outfit. Why not? Royal fans also spotted inconsistency. They're trying to say royal fans as in fans of hers. I don't think that's what that means. I think they're just saying people have spotted inconsistency with her and Harry regarding the outfit Meghan wore on their first date. 2023 in his book Spare. I want my life back from that thing. Harry recounted the first time he laid eyes on his wife when they met at 76 Dean Street in London in one of Soho House's private member clubs. Blink, blink, blink. I'm blinking Morse code at you. You know why I'm blinking at you like that. I'm sure they met at Soho House. Which version of events are we talking about? Because I've heard several. Describing her outfit, Prince Harry writes, she was wearing a black sweater, jeans, heels. I knew nothing about clothes, but I knew she was chic. I'm sure Doofus uses the word chic. Tell me Meghan wrote it without telling me Meghan wrote it. All right. Well, on TikTok, they pointed out that Harry's account conflicts with a comment Meghan made in September 2018 in an interview while viewing her wedding dress with a royal collections curator. She explained how she wore a blue dress on her first date with Doofus ahead of their nuptials. She says she had asked for a piece of the frock's fabric to be stitched into her wedding dress as her something blue. Again, they never match up. There's not a picture to go with this one. I just think that's an interesting. How about the married 3 days before? Let's talk about that inconsistency. Let's talk about every inconsistency. I have hours of videos talking about things like this. Like nothing makes any sense because I don't think she plans out what she's going to say. I think she just says things and hope that everybody's real dumb and doesn't pay attention because none of her stories ever match up. Working mom who has nanny. This has come up a lot lately on the podcast. This is from the No Makeup special with Jamie Kern Lima, or as I like to call her, is that my Pebbles and Pebbles from Flintstones impression? Maybe. God. Seriously, if I ever talk in that voice, you can just slam my head in the door. It's fine. You have my permission. It's okay. Don't actually do that. But anyway, working mom who has a nanny. At the end of April, that's my exasperated voice. At the end, maybe my ponytail's pulled too tight. Maybe if I just pull it and slam the door, it'll make more sense. I'm talking through gritted teeth. At the end of April, Meghan revealed that she had an amazing nanny for her children who's been with her family for 5 years. Does anybody else not remember her revealing that? No, me neither. I've listened to every one of those episodes. I don't recall that part. I'm not doubting it. I'm just saying, like, I lost the will to live sometimes listening to those. So I zone out a little bit. You know why? Because all of a sudden in my head pops in things like, I want waffles. Okay, so yes, I do zone out sometimes, but I have listened to them. I don't remember her talking about the nanny, whatever. She talked about the nanny. I don't even begrudge that. But every other breath is, it's so hard for me. She just told a story about Archie losing a tooth and she wanted a cookie for being the tooth fairy. And what was it? I had meetings the next day, but I cuddled him all morning or whatever, all night, whatever it was. Okay, again, welcome to parenting. You're complaining about something that the rest of us have always done. Anyway, she's going into how in every episode how tough it is and juggling and all this. And then, yeah, one small detail, you have nanny. I suspect it's probably nannies plural because heaven forbid somebody get a shift change or a break. You wouldn't want to be stuck with your own kids. Blink, 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 blink. It's got to be several of them. Lots of them, I would suspect. Again, I want to be a fly on the wall for their finances because I got to figure that's costing a fortune. Just a guess. Can you imagine what she's looking for in a nanny? Huh. Tell me in the comments below, what would her criteria for the nanny be? Would they have to be bilingual? So they could teach her Spanish as well while she pretends to speak Spanish? Although she wouldn't want someone better than her. She wouldn't want somebody who she deemed to be more attractive than her, but I don't know if she could deem anybody more attractive than her. Let me know. Let me know in the comments what kind of nanny you think she looks for. Let me know. What's her main criteria? I don't think it's how they care for the kids. What would she be looking for? Okay, so she said the nanny, whom she did not identify, takes her son and daughter from their home in Montecito to their different schools. Okay. I don't like to play conspiracy theory, and I don't talk about the kids. It's not the kids' fault their parents are weirdos. So I'm just going to put a general statement out there and say, aren't the kids like 3 and 5? What schools are we talking about? Fine. I get it. Some kids go to preschool. Maybe it's that. But the way she talks about this, you'd think they're taking college prep. You know? Like, what are we talking about here? What's happening? What are we doing here? Because even when she was re-explaining a new justification, it's always something different, about why she didn't film With love, Meghan in her home. She's like, I got the kids coming home from school and trying to take naps, and I didn't want that to be their memory. It's like, okay, sure. Again, different story depending on what day of the week you ask her. Okay, so this came after a fortnight. I love the word fortnight. A fortnight after Meghan claimed how she felt juggling working, being a mother can be incredibly overwhelming. How about that episode where she was trying to? Okay, all right. Again, it was on Baby Voices podcast. Can I say that again? That's my Pebbles, a Pebbles and Bam Bam impression. Bam Bam's impression is Bam. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Again, pulled too tight. See, I did that and I lost my train of thought. No, here's what it was. On that episode, she was pretending. She said something so ludicrous, like Prince Harry says, "My love, you've worked so hard. Why don't you go take a bath?" That's what she said, he says to her. Even in her retelling of things, everything is fantastical. It can't be like just a normal everyday couple where you're tired and you've been working and you're bickering and it's like, I washed the kids last night. Can't you wash them tonight? You'll never hear anything real like that of parents in the trenches. My God, you talk about frustrating, talk about some of those sleepless nights when your partner's really pissing you off and you're arguing over whose turn it is to do what. Anyway, you'll never hear a real story like that from Meghan. It's just always fantastic language like, my love, you've worked so hard. Okay, here we go. Jamie Dornan was telling me, my love, Jennifer, you look so gorgeous with your hair in a ponytail, dressed like Steve Jobs, talking into your microphone. You go rest your vocal cords and I'll give you a back massage. And then fill in the blank. No, it's just like, okay, sure, Jen, that happened. Okay, sure, Meg, that happened. Like, all right, dream on. Anyway, let's keep going. Going back. She said, let's see, this morning was different because Archie had a cold and he's home from school, but I get up at 6:30 and gives me a minute to, I wish I could say I woke up and meditated. I don't do that. I have the monitors on so I could hear both the kid. Okay. I'm sure all that's things that happen. No. Mm-mm. All right. How about the beekeeping? Oh, this is another one. Because, in my opinion, because Catherine has a history with bees and beekeeping and honey and all that, all of a sudden Meghan has decided she needs to do that. Interesting is all I'll say there. You decide for yourself what you believe and what you don't. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, so they're pointing out that she was harvesting honey with Lily. I've been through this picture. You can find a whole video on that. There's just a small detail of what? What are we talking about? The outfit doesn't fit. It's not, in my opinion, it's not appropriate activity for a 3 to 4 year old, however old. I don't know. I've heard 3, I've heard 4. I think she's 3, about to turn 4. Whatever age she is. Does that make any sense? No, I don't think so either. Now, I have heard a lot of you guys in the comments say things like, Jen, don't worry. It's not real. Meaning that's not even an active hive. There are no bees around. Okay, that actually does make me feel better. So thank you for that. But yeah, I said before, did I say it on here or did I say it on Patreon? I said it on Patreon. I'm going to say it here. Let me see if I have it. Bear with, because it's worth showing. Hold on. I think I have the image here. Sorry. It's funny. It's worth it. Give me 1 second. It might be like right here. Hold on. Bear with. It's a screenshot I took. I'm trying to find it. 1 second. 1 second. Where are you? Okay, those are downloads. Sorry. Bear with. I promise it's funny. Hold on. Famous last words, right? Hold on. Hold on. I think it's like right here. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, found it. Got it. Okay, sorry. Here we go. Anybody watch Friends? Me too. Do you remember this? When Ross didn't want to help, was it Monica move? Phoebe, who's moving? The guys were moving? That's what it was. I think the guys were moving because maybe Chandler was moving in with Monica. It doesn't matter. Ross didn't want to help. So he pretended to have Ben that night. So he puts Ben on the phone. He's like, "Oh, you shy tonight, Ben?" It was a pumpkin. And then the pumpkin's head rolled off. And he's like, "Okay, I'll come help pack." That's my Ross impression. That's the impression I get of this right here. Is there a pumpkin? Maybe. It just doesn't feel real. It just doesn't feel real. Anyway, that's all the pictures that they have. I want to know. Oh, I pulled some comments too. I want to know if there's a picture that there's a glaring difference of for you. I feel like there's been a million. I've done videos on this and stuff, but if there's one that pops in your head, leave me comments below. Let's take a look at the few of the comments that are left for this article, and then we'll wrap this thing up. But here you go. Everything about her is false. Uh-huh. Why would you say that? Because everything about her is false. Frauds, the pair of them. Uh-huh. I've been saying this for years. Clone Joan Crawford 2.0, Mommy Dearest. Ooh! That's so crazy. God, that movie haunts me. No wire hangers ever. That's one of those movies that I watched way too young and it scared the hell out of me. All right. I am so here for this. Me too. She thinks everyone is as stupid as she is. Genuinely. Uh-huh. Or as stupid as the guy she married. Probably that. She couldn't lie straight in a bed. She thinks everyone is a fool. Yeah, I think so too. I think she always thinks she's the smartest. And then if somebody disagrees with her, they're the Istwards. Typical highlight reel, curated and not reality. Spot on. I think so. All right, guys. I'm leaving this one here. Let me know your thoughts on all of this. And everybody say hi, Ryan. That's Ryan Gosling. If you're new here, Ryan is my new pet. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. I truly, truly do. You guys mean the world to me. If you want to further support, you know how to do it. Be sure to check out Patreon. Be sure to check out the merch. We got Recollections May Vary, Make It Make Sense. Everything's fine. Team Catherine, all that stuff. Check it out. And of course, make sure you're following me on my other channel, my weight loss channel, Goose Adventure. I keep saying, hopefully I've posted the second video. I don't know if it'll go, or second. I've got more than 2 videos. Another video. I've got 48 videos. I've got, hopefully I posted the other one. It might be a little bit behind this week. It just depends on editing and timing. I'm hoping to get it up Saturday, but it may be today that it goes up. It may even be tomorrow. It's going to be really soon. So check back on that. As always, my most sincere, my most humble thank you for everything. Thank you for being here. You flockers mean the world to me. I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. Let me know your thoughts on this. Do we like this look? Should I go back to just hair down? Let me know. Do you like the Steve Jobs look? Let me know. There's little buttons that go up the side. It's just they don't all catch the light, but they're there. See? There. It's kind of fun. My mom got this for me. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Gigi. All right. I'm leaving this one here. I hope you guys have the best day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. I love Ryan Gosling. He's the cutest. Honk, 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 honk. He's a menace like me. All right. Let me know your thoughts on all this. It's all BS. It's all BS. All right. Thanks. Bye.